Are you ready? Grab your paper and your pen because here we go.
Hello! Woohoo! We say it every week. It's Thursday!
And welcome. Yep.
Yay! How you doing,
guys?
We've got a special treat for you today, everybody. It is Mike Kuper. He's here to share his wisdom and his stories with us. So well done and welcome, I should say. Not well done, but welcome for joining us. Hey, Carolyn.
Yes.
How's it going
Hello.
today?
Good.
How's your day going?
It's going. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah. Mike, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here.
Me too.
You've
Thank
got great eyes, by the way. You've got great eyes, girls.
At first I was like, let me get past the pleasantries, and then you started in with the eyes, and I thought, oh, we can go a little longer.
Continue with those pleasantries.
Anything else you like?
Hey, good luck, ladies, with the eyes. You know what I'm saying?
The background brings it out too.
I know, I didn't know what her living room would look like, but I matched up. So.
You matched up, and he's actually got something useful to say too, so it's like bonus.
Sam's the wisdom, you know.
Bonus material right here today. Right here comes to you live from the lounge. All right, so we're going to be talking about, Mike just recently came back from Haiti. You were there for what, 3 months?
3 months.
3 months, and he has piqued our interest. We're going to ask him a bunch of different questions. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Alicia. Nancy, look out the window. Nancy lives across the street, so I'm waving, Nancy. Anyway, so he just came back from Haiti, there for 3 months, got loads of great stuff to tell us, and he was so inspired by some of the things he saw and learned over there. I think that you basically have changed your life, right?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So we're going to start off with a couple of questions. So first and foremost, what did you expect before you went? Did you have any expectations before you left America to go over there?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean, I'd done an extensive amount of research before I went. There's some things that you're not necessarily prepared for, like just how hot it's going to be all the time. And it's not that it's necessarily hotter there than it is here. It's just that like there isn't a lot of AC. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially where I'm at, almost nowhere. Unless you're running a generator constantly or you have solar power. Both those things are expensive. So that I was a little unprepared for. Like I didn't even wear shorts because I don't wear shorts.
Right.
And like, you know, I work in the heat in Virginia, and I'm like, I always wear long pants. It's not a big deal. And I get there and I was like, someone give me shorts. Like, I'll start wearing them. No, so there was a lot of preparation done and a lot of research. I think one of the things I was the least prepared for was, and I know this is sort of one of those, it's just an honest truth there. A lot of the country, especially along the main roads, is just completely covered in trash. I mean, just recyclable trash. Like it's everywhere. And they don't know what to do with it. And like, I can't necessarily blame anybody for not knowing what to do with it.
Right.
You know, in America, we have a lot of public services or privatized services, but we have some level of infrastructure for
Right.
that. And they don't. And I knew that there was really not much of a working economy outside of, I mean, I wouldn't even say there's much of it in Port-au-Prince as far as I can tell, unless you're from a wealthy family or you're already tied in, or you're a business from a foreign nation. But outside of Port-au-Prince or the main cities, there really is no infrastructure.
Yeah.
Like there's some public power, but like you don't know when it's going to turn on. Like it's weird. So you don't know, like, what are they going to do with the trash? But at the same time, like they have to do something about it.
Right.
Like everybody's got to pitch in and do something about it to some extent. But obviously their problems are bigger than that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Priorities.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll worry about the trash like when we have stable jobs.
Yeah.
Like, when we can, really rely on having food every single day or having energy or being able to start a business. It's like, how are you going to start a business if you don't know when the power is going to come on?
Right.
Right. It's like, so yeah, everything's a very bottom up problem.
So what were you doing there? Why were you going there to start with?
That's That's a
Was it like a
fantastic
mission
question.
trip or?
No, it was. I just had spent the majority of my 20s feeling very confused and unfulfilled in every avenue I tried to go down in life, and I just kept thinking, what is the core problem here? Like, what is it in my life that I keep trying for and keep feeling like it's completely pointless? And why does nothing feel like it matters? And I think the core problem was I kept trying to figure out how I was going to set myself up for a stable life and better my life, and where am I going to be in 10 years from now, and all this kind of stuff. And the point was, it was just all, I don't know, like insufferably selfish to a certain degree. There was no bigger cause. It was never, what am I going to do to better the world around me? You know what I mean? And it's not like you have to go to Haiti or some third world country to better the world. You can do that anywhere you're at, obviously. Right. But I needed a radical change in my life. And it seemed like there's a lot of suffering over here. And I'm sort of an extremist, like mentally. Okay. And so I thought, I'll go see what's going on there. So
what made you go see what's going on there? What was the moment you said, oh, I'm going to go see what's going on there?
I was in one of those very sort of existential crisis moments in my life, and I heard that Hurricane Matthew had, leveled a good portion of Haiti. And I was like, they can't get a break. Well, I'm not doing anything, particularly useful with my time right now. So I just decided I'll look into going to Haiti. What skin is it off my back at this point, just to go and help build some houses? Like, maybe I'll feel fulfilled. They'll get some help. We're all doing our part, kind of, thing.
That took a lot of courage, right, guys? A lot of courage.
I don't think so, but I appreciate it. So I started looking into going, and I found an organization that was like, yeah, come on out, but the roads are down, so come on out in like a month and a half. And I'm like, I want to go like right now. I'm inspired right now.
Right.
So they don't end up getting back to me, for like 3 months. And then at this point, things in my life are starting to change, and the desire to go hasn't changed. And it's still something I'm talking about. I don't know when I'm going, but I'm trying to go. And eventually, a year goes by, and so much has happened, and so many things have gotten in the way of it. And finally, I was like, we had fundraised money to go. And everybody was like, when are you going? And I was like, I'm trying. So I had gotten into a terrible car accident and broken my knee. And I was sitting there with my knee in like a cast, basically. And I told my mom, I was like, just donate the money. Like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to go do this. Like, people donated money. They wanted to help Haiti. And now it's just sitting in this account untouched. Like, do something with it, because it's not going to be for me to go do it. And, and then of course you always get caught up in the crosshairs of like, well, could they just do more with the money? Then of course me spending part of it on airfare to get out there and do this, you know what I mean? Like, and
so what initially was something that could have been completely compelling and empowering turned into something that seemed a little stressful, because you've got life is getting in the way, and all these things are saying, don't go, now's not the right time. But turns out
it ended up being the perfect time.
It was the perfect time. So, hey guys, when you have a dream or when you have a vision of something that you should be doing with your life, maybe, take heed to what Mike is saying here and realize that if it's not the right time, things are going to come up. But when you look back at it, if he had gone a year prior, maybe the experience and the things that came out of your experience where we're about to get to wouldn't have flourished. It wouldn't have happened. Maybe Mike wasn't ready to take on what he's about to take on, and grow what he's about to grow if he had been out there a year prior. Maybe he wasn't ready emotionally or mentally, or maybe Haiti wasn't ready yet. And now something fabulous is about to take place. So that's really, really good. Yeah. So let's get to when you went there, you were in the school system. Mm-hmm. I don't know that it's a system, but you were in with the schools. And what did you notice when you were over there?
Well, I went down, I found, eventually, like you're saying, with the timing ended up perfectly, because by this point I had read a book by a woman named Megan Boudreau, who had started a school out in Gracier in Haiti, where I'm at now. And this school became an anchor of their community. You know, so much had developed around this school. And I mean, I think they have something over 100 teachers or employees with the school, and I think almost 600 students at this point now. And in these other areas, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. There's a lot that I'm ignorant about when it comes to the country. I don't know a ton. But I didn't see like a public education system, obviously. I mean, like, they don't have a trash service. Like, so, but what I did notice when I was out there, and there's a lot of organizations and there's a lot of schools, I noticed that the school that I was working for out there didn't have a music program. And I thought, well, that's like, to me, that's strange because I'm a musician, and that's what's gotten me. That's been my inspiration my entire life, is to do music. It's the only thing that's ever felt truly fulfilling to me. And I thought, well, why don't they have a music program? That's like that. I don't think that, you know, the traditional education and music and the arts I don't think music and arts is an arbitrary option. I think that they're equally yoked. I think that they go hand in hand. You know, they're both, I mean, there's two hemispheres of your brain. There's two different sections of education here. And I mean, we all know from where we live or where we're from that a lot of the arts create a lot of the culture and the beauty of the places that we love. I mean, you look at a place like Paris, right? I mean, you look at a place like certain cities in Spain, or even just like Washington, D.C. or New York, like the architecture and the beauty and the aesthetic design.
That's right.
This is all awe-inspiring. Like, this is what drives people to want to be there and to want to see these things and to want to spend time here. And geographically, Haiti is a gorgeous country, in my opinion. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of the other places in the Caribbean, but it might be one of the most beautiful places geographically because of the mountains. Right. It's just got so many mountains and so many, beautiful coastlines. But they've got a corrupt government. That's one thing. And I don't think that a lot of the other governments are helping out in that situation. So that's sort of a hairy issue to get onto. Right. Yeah. But anyways, to rabbit trail perfectly for a while.
But you're at the school.
Let's go back to the music. Shot or something. Let's go back to music.
Right. So you're at the school. You said is it like the hub for a lot of things in the community?
It is to a degree. It's a decent, I would call it that in a lot of ways. I mean, it's sort of on top of the mountain, and there's a lot of the infrastructure and economy in the neighborhood kind of trickles down from that.
Okay, so you went there to teach music initially?
No.
Okay, so
I didn't even know they didn't have a music program. I went there just to do handyman work and experience the culture and talk to the people and build relationships. I just went to experience life there. That's what I went to go do, because I didn't know what else I could do, you know?
Can I say something? When we were talking earlier, I really liked what you said. He said he went because he didn't know what he could do, but you knew you could do what you could do.
Right.
And then you put your hands to it.
Yeah.
And I really respect that. I like that, because sometimes things can be so overwhelming and we look and go, I don't know what to do. I can't do this, but everybody can do something. So the fact that your something took you there,
right, and
then it's taken you down this step.
Yeah,
I love that.
Thank you.
I agree. Absolutely. We got a few viewers on here. So, hi, Jesse. Hey, Jesse.
Oh, hey, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks, guys, for watching. There's a few more of you on there. I can't see you right now, but thanks, guys, for joining. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. So the music program, you're at the schools. You now are seeing that there's no program there. Right. So what do you think you're going to do about this?
There's a problem you can solve.
So yes, I identified a need, right?
Yeah.
And it sort of hit me like a brick wall while I was out there. I was like, okay, well, there's no music program at this school, so I'd like to start a music program at this school. Now, at this particular time, the school is going through a little bit of a transitional period, and they said, we're not in a position to start any new programs right now. And I thought, well, okay, what do I do now? Here's another large hiccup. So I started looking around at other schools and realized that I can't seem to find any emphasis on a music education program or arts at all. And I understand why to a certain degree, because I feel like a lot of the people that may be funding some of these things, I mean, this is all hypothetical at this point, maybe it's just easier to put, sort of the traditional idea of education out there and say, this is what the world needs. And of course they do, and that's not wrong. But I feel like it might be a little more difficult to push the arts as a human necessity, which is my stance on it. I'm taking a much more extreme position on it, saying that it's not an option. So anyways, so I thought, okay, well, then if they're not in a position to do this right now, but the community needs it, and I'm here,
right,
and I could easily facilitate. I mean, I could have people donate instruments. I have a lot of friends that are musicians, and I'm sure that that's perfectly doable. But even if I just wanted to get started, I have an extra drum set. I have an extra acoustic guitar. I have an extra bass laying in my house. I could get a keyboard very quickly. This is not difficult. All I'd have to do is figure out how to get them down there. That's the tricky part at this point. How do I get all the instruments into the country and through customs without potentially being stolen or lost or whatever? Mm-hmm. So that's sort of the reality of the situation. But I did realize I could do this, and that wouldn't be that difficult. So through turn of events, I found, I met a guy who's working for a company called Haiti Made. And what they do is they employ, I think, maybe over 50, I don't know what the exact number is, but a significant amount of people in a particular area of Haiti to make products out of leather and metal and so on. And they sell those internationally, but also to people who come through on short-term missions trips and stuff like that. And they're a great company. And so I was talking to them, and I find out that I believe his position is the CEO, but it's under the umbrella of a foundation he started called the Haiti Entrepreneurial Initiative. And his name's Will McGinnis, and he was the former bass player for the band Audio Adrenaline, which was a very, very famous band for a long time in the Christian music industry. And so I got onto a FaceTime call with him, and I expressed my idea about starting this music program in Haiti. And then he and I began to sort of hash out the idea of possibly doing this at schools all over the country. Yeah. And I started thinking, well, maybe if this was enough of a template and it seemed to be something that would work, we could do this all over the world. And so I came up with the name eventually, after weeks and weeks of struggling to try and figure out what I was going to call this program, Majority Music. So that's the name of the program. It's going to be called Majority Music, and the mission is bringing music to the majority world, because the majority of the world lives in abject poverty. The majority of the world does not live like we do. No. The majority of the world does not live like we do.
No, it's true.
And
so I think that, basically the idea here is, guys, and if any of you see this video, and I know there's a few of you on live, but if you're watching, hi Chris, your dad's on. If any of you are watching and see this at some point, even not live, please share this, because essentially what you need, my understanding is we need instruments donated, and we also need help getting them over to Haiti and getting them into the hands of the people that can assist getting them into the schools so that these children can benefit from them, which is an amazing cause, and it's an amazing feat. And Mike is the one that you need to contact. So Mike Kuper, and I've got his name at the top here, so you can search him on Facebook. You can shoot me a private message, and I can get you his contact information as well. You can shoot him an email, what have you, so we can certainly do that. But if you have any ideas, and I know that there's a lot of people that travel backwards and forwards to Haiti. So if you have any connections to anybody, please, please, please put them in contact with us. Share this video and share it in private message or whatever. Get it out there, get the word out there so that we can help these kids, because, it takes a village, right? So help, and eventually it'll come back. We need to help these children as best as we can, because everybody deserves to have a life that's worth living, and they certainly need to have music in their lives. And when you guys are going through something bad, what's the first thing you do? You start humming your favorite song, you turn on the radio real loud, or there's always something that brings you back up, and it's usually something in the arts or it's something in the music world that does that for you. Chris Kuper, pretty sure I'm not his father.
Oh, that's my brother.
Well, we'll talk about that later. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Your dad's name's Chris,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, there you go. Okay, too many Chris's in one family. No wonder I'm confused.
Too many Chris's in the whole world.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we have to close up in a couple of minutes. So do you have any questions off the top of your head? Anything that he said?
No, not about the music. I think what you're doing, though, is very inspiring.
Well,
And I hope
thank
that
you.
even as people listen, that they're inspired to do something.
I mean, that's
That
that's part of the hope. I mean, it was other people doing things of a greater feat or else that was inspiring to me, that made me think, well, they found fulfillment in their life by positioning themselves to give back as much as possible. And that seemed very desirable to me. And as I began to go down that path, I realized that has become the most fulfilling part of my life.
and to take your passion and to be able to give it.
Right.
Because I believe we're given
exactly.
passion to share it.
I mean, exactly. You know, I thought about it and I was like, well, there's problems with the economy, there's problems with the infrastructure, there's problems with the government, there's problems with the blah, 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 blah. And I don't know specifically what skill sets I have in life that could fix any of that. I'm not a politician. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to go fix these problems. But I can play music. And I can organize people, and I have
together.
ideas.
It does.
So yeah, exactly. And I think back, and and we're looking at sort of a country with a lot of dismal statistics, and so what could be something that I could do? Alleviate suffering to some degree. And what's alleviated a lot of suffering or produced a lot of joy in my life is being able to create, being able to make music, being able to work together with other people, and being able to get kind of caught in that groove. I think that's
and I'd be interested to hear how your music changes, because you're going to give, but you're also going to get.
Yeah,
it's going to be a whole different sound.
Yeah,
too.
So.
Yeah.
So, the songs that you'll write from the heart because of the life that you're experiencing. Okay.
Yeah, and the sounds too, because they'll blend.
Absolutely.
They can blend. So
Absolutely.
My brother is he's watching her. He's the primary songwriter in our band. So you ready for a lot of island beats?
He needs to go with you. You guys need to go together.
He's gonna find some time to come down and try and create some social media videos for us, because he actually went to college for videography. So
perfect. So when do you think you'll be going back?
At the latest, November.
Okay.
So
what do you want between now and November to happen? What are your goals between now and November, do you think?
I probably need to raise about $10,000, and I need to find a secure and safe way to transport, I don't know, a small plane load of instruments down to the house that I'm going to be renting out there. So that's about it. That's all I really need to get going. I mean, we're applying for the 501c3 right now. Yeah.
Okay. So is it a benefit to you if you have people start collecting instruments for you and handing them to you, so you've got stock at home type thing, so that when you figure that out, you've got instruments?
Yeah, I mean, I just got back a couple days ago, so everything's been kind of crazy, and I've sort of been on this train of meeting with Cheryl Yancey about the website and the logo, meeting with Cal King about doing a social media campaign. So one thing that I have to do probably today is go and catalog all those instruments and find out exactly what I still need, because I don't want to start off with an excess. And then, you know what I mean? I want to be able to sort of steward what I have properly, and then make sure that that's going to be enough.
And if people want to give money, how would they do that?
The GoFundMe campaign is going to be up in the next, hopefully the next couple weeks. So we just need to sort of get sort of a mission statement video done, something to plug into the website, and then find out exactly how much money we need, because I'm not going to ballpark numbers on a campaign. I want to make sure that this is all very by the book and detailed. So we'll
share that when that comes out.
Exactly.
We'll share that out.
And if you follow what I'm trying to do, I think we just created a Facebook page for it. So anybody who's on this and anybody who is friends with me on Facebook, I think it's probably all going to be through Facebook, because that's the easiest way.
And what's the name of the Facebook page?
It's going to be Majority Music.
Majority Music. So guys, go to Majority Music, follow that page, and then when the GoFundMe's up any information, and I'm assuming, and there's not a whole lot of signal going on down in Haiti, but you can follow the trips that Chris goes on. But Mike goes on, and got your brother in my head now.
And Chris.
Well, he's going to be coming down.
And
Chris will be
Chris.
there too. The brother, not the dad.
Yeah.
That'll be a family
Or maybe
affair
the
by
dad
end of
too.
it.
I don't know.
But anyway, follow the page Majority Music so that you can keep abreast of what's going on. Thanks, guys, for joining. There's Raylan and Dolly. Hi, Dolly. Thanks for joining, hon. And Debbie, too. I think that's probably it. I don't know. Is there anything you want to say or get out there before we close off today?
No, I think we covered it. I mean, it's all sort of just very much in the works at the moment, and I'm excited to be doing it and excited to see who's interested in following along. And the more information we get, the more we'll put out there. So stay tuned.
Okay, and keep us posted too. We can absolutely share everything. Guys, if you want to get on the email list, go to DonellaFields.com and join up the email list, and things like this will be on there every single Sunday, so you can keep abreast of everything that we're doing here as well. So feel free to do that. And of course, every Thursday at 1 o'clock, you'll see us here, either on the couch or at the table, doing our live videos. So thanks so much for joining. We wish you the very, very best.
Thanks.
I have
Appreciate
great
you having me.
things coming your way, I'm sure of it. And if you need us, just get back in touch with us. We'll do hopefully another video when you get back from Haiti. You guys
That would be very cool. Yeah.
keep us posted. We'd love to do that. All right, guys, we'll see you next week, Thursday at 1 o'clock. See you then. Take care. Bye.
Follow Carolyn and Donella on Facebook, and for your free weekly email sent to your inbox filled with business tools, tricks, inspiration, and so much more, go to www.donellafields.com. Remember, we're live every Thursday at 1. See you then.